Ron Atkinson, and first, Brian Moore.
It's a perfect setting, great expectations from a sellout crowd, and now let's check on the teams. But Chelsea have 5 of their overseas players in their starting lineup. The first big occasion in their colours for goalkeeper Ed de Hoy, the Dutch international with 7 years at Feyenoord behind him, and Gus Poyet, the Uruguayan signed for Real Zaragoza. Chelsea forecast great things from him in midfield. Around them, of course, familiar favourites like Le Saux, Zola and Di Matteo. Watch out too for little Jody Morris, the 18-year-old in midfield, and Danny Granville on the left of defence.
Chelsea will employ today, they'll play a 3 central defence system. Dennis Wise, surprisingly enough, will play as a right-sided wing-back. Young Granville on the left-hand side. Jody Morris will occupy the holding position in midfield with Poyet and Robert Di Matteo licensed to join in with Zola and be very, very fluid and flexible. Mark Hughes, of course, the solo target man up front.
Manchester United, meanwhile, with Solskjaer injured, Beckham rested, Gary Neville on as a sub only, and no Cantona, of course. They're not at full strength. Philip Neville comes into the full-back position. Ronnie Johnson has recovered from injury to be in the centre of the defence. And after great speculation in the past days, it's Andy Cole who partners Teddy Sheringham up front.
1 or 2 different changes in personnel, but nevertheless the same tried and trusted system United have had over the last 4 or 5 years. Basically a 4-4-2. Philip Neville, as you say, will come in as right back to his brother. Scholes, I think, will play on the right-hand side of midfield and occupy the Beckham role, slightly tucked in off the line. Teddy Sheringham, similar position that Cantona occupied, joining the front players, but having the licence to come back and sort of drag the ball out from midfield. His recklessness, that's a reckless challenge. I think if it'd been a league game, he might very well have found himself sitting on the bench.
Well, I mean, whatever game it is, you know, the referee really should be taking some action for that. That's a red card job. Well, I think Alex Ferguson is looking for a greater discipline from his new captain, and I think at the same time Roy Keane has said, no, I have to play the way I can play, the way I know I can play. Di Matteo. Oh, he's nicked to the ball for Zola. The flag stays down. And terrific defending though by Gary Pallister. That was a super bit of defending by Pallister. Morris again. In goes Sheringham. Poyet. Challenged by Butt. In the end beaten by a combination of Butt and Pallister. Or rather, Butt and Keane. But that was... Here's Sheringham. Here's a chance now. Plays it in towards Giggs, and you get a feeling United didn't quite make the most of that opportunity. In the end, he's forced to play it wide by a combination of Leboeuf and Clark, and another chance has gone.
The one weakness Sheringham has in his game, lack of pace. Great interplay between them. A sharper striker, a Sheringham, Shearer, for instance, would have got clear, but great defending, great recovery defending. But perhaps his lack of pace gives them a chance to get back to him.
Yes, it's a criticism that's often been levelled at him, but he's a terrific scrapper, Teddy Sheringham. All his professional life, people have been finding his shortcomings, but he's also got a terrific goal-scoring record wherever he's been. And here come United again, stopped by Leboeuf. Hughes. Irwin cushioning it back to Peter Schmeichel as the half-time whistle goes. Well, no, ball was played in there, and that was Poyet, who had possibly had the best chance of all. 0-0 at half-time as Sheringham now bears down on the goal and plays that wide as well. We'll be back with the second half. On by Poyet towards Zola. And back it goes again to Schmeichel. Philip Neville. It's a poor ball, straight to Petrescu. In turn playing it now for Zola. Keane trying to get in there, but Keane couldn't make a connection there. Oh, and that needed a good save in the end by Schmeichel. It looked to be a shot, not really one that was going to worry the big goalkeeper, but suddenly Schmeichel had to get down there from Zola's shot.
Yeah, it looks very innocuous to start with. It may have been going wide. What might have happened, you know, Brian, at half-time, there's been a little downpour. Whether that's just give the pitch a little fresh nip and speeded it up a little bit, because that shot off the turf perhaps a little bit more than Schmeichel was expecting.
Zola did well there, found that Wise takes the return ball as well. And he's got Granville on the far side, the cross coming in, and Pallister putting it behind.
That is magnificent defending from Pallister. At first they're trying to hold the line and they thought they got Granville offside here. The United boys think Granville's offside as he plays that ball through. He may have been, but it was marginal. But there you see him. If Pallister doesn't get back there, Poyet's got to tap him.
Cross coming in. Oh, and Hughes with the header. 1-0. That dumbfounded Peter Schmeichel completely. Schmeichel, I don't say he let it go, but I think he felt that it was safe going beyond him, and suddenly Mark Hughes was there.
Well, I think it's a fast ball, and to be fair, Schmeichel slept. The defender who's marking him just absolutely walk up the back of him. Buddy Johnson.
Nice ball played there by Zola. Played in again towards Petrescu. This time he was bundled down, Hughes, by Ronnie Johnson. It looked a foul to me, but the referee was perfectly placed and said no. And here comes Giggs. He's gone past LeBeuf. The game has really sparked to life now. But Wise will get there for that one.
But I think Giggs has got to do more of this. He's got to come out on this left-hand side a little bit, give him the ball and let him run at this side of the defence.
Scholes. And that's going to be a corner. Mark Hughes with 14 goals last season and a terrific record at Manchester United, something like 350 league games. Mark Hughes scored, and in that time 119 goals, a terrific rate of striking. Could have been delighted with that one today. Gigson with a corner for Manchester United, up towards Pallister, too high for him. Johnson will try to turn it back in against Granville. Does so beautifully. Fisted away, not with great conviction there by De Hoy against Andy Cole, but took for the corner.
The one thing you can be sure of, both sides really want that shield. It's certainly not a canter or a stroll in the sunshine, as people sometimes predict this game to be.
Giggs with a corner. Got it down! It's Ronnie Johnson! 1-1.
Well, he owes them that one. A nice curling ball from Giggs. But once again, nobody on the right-hand post. Different theories. Anybody on the post, and that's a certain save. Goalie might wonder whether he should possibly have done better as well. He's only helped it into the roof of the net.
Here's Nicky Butt. Can't find. Well, he's got Nicky Butt in there, and in the end, it was Sinclair who had to head it behind for the corner.
Great slick build-up by United, but in his eagerness to get in there, Butt, he's taken off a great chance. When this ball stood in, just look at the way Cole's pulled away. He's going to pull this down, and he's got an empty shot upon. Great defending by Sinclair, but just that little bit too eager to get in.
David Beckham and Jordi Cruyff. Going off, Ryan Giggs. So Giggs goes off. And Teddy Sheringham's the other one going off. But being chased by Petrescu. Beckham hasn't had a touch now. Now he has. Number 7, Cantona's shirt. Keane, Beckham. Oh, a lovely bit of play by Beckham. And Scholes playing it in. De Hoy goes down.
That might be the best move of the match, and
Yeah.
some brilliant link-up play there, and a great little chest ball from Beckham.
Zola. Alistair getting there before Hughes. Hughes felt that he was harshly done by there, but it's Beckham on the ball again for Manchester United. Well, he's hit 2 passes so far, and they've been absolutely perfect, Beckham. Here's Cruyff. Big season for him. Trying to look for Cole, but couldn't find him. Zola. Wise. Trying to get Petrescu in. Cruyff. Beckham's on that far side. Lovely control. Brings it inside. A long-range shot just over. Oh, did you notice the spelling on Beckham's shirt as well? B-E-C-K-A-M, no H. Probably the hottest property United have got. The shirt manufacturers can't spell his name properly.
I mean, he had options here to pass.
But he's word perfect here, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Beckham, he wants to score a goal. He wants to say, hey, I'm the best player in this club in this position. Pick me.
And while you're looking at that, Hughes has gone off. Cole, Scholes and Cruyff are there with him. And here's Jordi Cruyff. That was a lazy ball there, and United might punish them for it. Cruyff trying to play it in there for Nicky Butt. Couldn't quite take advantage of it, and when he could get a contact, the angle was impossible. Poyet. And there was no chance of him threading that ball through to Zola. There's a whistle at the end of 90 minutes. It's a 1-1 scoreline. Ronnie Johnson having equalised for Manchester United after Mark Hughes, who's been substituted, put Chelsea into the lead. That's Mark Hughes' goal against his old club. And within a matter of minutes at the other end from the corner, Ronnie Johnson, a powerful header to make it 1-1. And now it's a penalty shootout. So we come then to this penalty shootout with Frank Sinclair, the first one to go for Chelsea against Peter Schmeichel. Test of nerve. Young defender. And a great save by Schmeichel. Goalkeepers this year, remember, can move along the line when penalties are being taken.
He nearly touches both posts here, but as you say, a great block.
And now the onus is on Paul Scholes with Ed de Hoy. And the goalkeepers move along the line, but they can't move in front of the line when penalties are being taken. It's a new law this season. Now Paul Scholes. But he put Manchester United into the lead. Perfectly.
Yeah, he just looked at the ball and just watches the ball scores. He's not bothered about the keeper's antics. Tucks it where he's going to put it.
Now Real Zaragoza's nerve hole. He's been through the fires before. Chelsea need to score with this one though. And they do. A bullet into the back of the United net.
They could have had 2 keepers in for this one. They wouldn't have stopped it. That is an absolute smack.
Next up for Manchester United, Dennis Irwin. Again, a perfect penalty. So United keep a lead of 2-1. Roberto Di Matteo. Keeper's saved one, will he save another? He doesn't have to. Di Matteo puts it high over the top.
This could go down as one of the worst ever seen at Wembley.
So Roy Keane, captain's job to be done, to give United a 3-1 lead in this penalty shootout. Absolutely no trouble. United have scored with all three.
And all three have gone in the same corner, all tucked away as De Huey goes the wrong way.
Next up for Chelsea, Frank Leboeuf. That brings them back into it.
Long run, straight down the keeper's throat, keeper's moving, goes straight in the centre.
Well, Nicky Butt now. He scores it, and United have won it. So the 1997 Littlewoods FA Charity Shield goes to Manchester United on a penalty shootout. 4 out of 4 they scored. You can't do better than that. And Chelsea will say, well, our penalty shooting just wasn't good enough today. So Roy Keane then leads his men up the steps to receive the Charity Shield. They beat Newcastle here last year 4-0 in this event. It was tougher going this afternoon, winning on a penalty shootout. As the Manchester United captain now receives the shield from Mr. James Ross, the chairman of Littlewood's organisation. They've started on a winning note, Manchester United. Can they keep it up and win the championship again? They'll say yes. Chelsea will say we'll have plenty to say for ourselves in the months ahead.
Peter, you've done it again and saved when it really mattered in the penalty shootout.
Yeah, we had a